Hey y'all. So, if you've seen from my other videos, I am a massive 1911 fan. That's my favorite handgun. Um, it's not a handgun that catches my eye and my attention more than the 1911. We all know the story. John Moses Browning, 1911, and in the history of it. John Moses Browning, and once again, I'm not a master or nothing, just a student like everyone else. So, anyone who knows more, please chime in. So, John Moses Browning, being the man that he is, he went into looking for a better design than the 1911. Now, you know where I'm going at with this. He goes to the one place, I guess, that would listen to him, work with him, I guess. And that's Fabrique Nationale de Herstal in Belgium. And he came up with a weapon called they came up with a weapon called the Browning High Power. And Mr. Browning died before that weapon went into production. His other weapon designer, and I'm sorry, I wouldn't even try to pronounce his name because it's in French, but he finished up off the design. It wasn't completely a Browning design, but Browning had his hands on it, and that we all know as the Browning High Power. I think over there it was a 35 model, meaning the year 1935. So years have gone by. Browning High Power has gone on just like 1911 with years and years and years of service. And Europe was still using Browning High Power even as far as the late 80s, early 90s. So it also is a champion. It's stood the test of time. It's been there and done that. Well, I've always wanted a BHP, a Browning High Power pistol. I always wanted one because I am a 1911 nut. I love them. I think they're the finest handguns out there. Now, here's where I'm going to retract that statement. John Moses Browning, I think, took the 1911 and saw what he liked, and he thought, I can improve upon that. And he went into production to improve the 1911. And I think he did that. I think that the Browning High Power is a better designed single action semi-automatic handgun. I still think that the 1911 and the Browning High Power are akin, that that's an evolution. Well, Browning quit making them, and there's been clones of them, and they've been kind of expensive. Recently, a company with EAA called Girsan out of Turkey has come up with a weapon. They're calling the Girsan Mc 35, and it is their version of a high power pistol. I purchased this because, well, I wanted it, but I purchased it because the price tag was not horrible. Okay. Fit and finish feels good. There's no slop that I can talk off. The action is a single action. Now, unlike the original 35, of course, you've got the ambidextrous safeties, which, by the way, is a very nice tactile safety. The original Browning High Powers, I always had a time trying to get the safety to go up. That nub and my thumb just never worked together. Whereas with this, I can get in there a little bit easier. It does have it did come with a single round magazine, So I got to get another magazine. I plan on getting like maybe 2 more of these. I'm looking into what they are. I know they're Mc, but will a BHP fit into this weapon? Now, magazines dropped. This weapon also is a magazine disconnector. A lot of people do not like that. I understand. I don't like it either. It is a quick fix. I do not like the sights. You got 2 white dots, and then you've got this slanted sight here, this ramped sight, long white line. Not a fan of it. From what I'm seeing, it looks like these are no back cuts. So if that's the case, that's a winner, because there's aftermarket that you can put out there, which that's my goal. I have seen video and picture only of different models. They do have another version of this with a rail, and then I just saw one come out, or I saw another one where it had an optic. And oddly enough, in my box, when you set the gun in there, it has already cut out for it an optic cut. You know, in the foam, it's already cut for an optic. Now that optic, I think, is a proprietary optic. I'm not sure, but you can get these around $500, which I thought, hey, now's my time if I want to get one, because I just don't see these becoming any less. And now, you know, especially now with the return of FN Herstal actually building their modernized version of around high power, so I jumped on it. There's a couple things I want to change on this. I'll go ahead right off the bat. I want to take the magazine disconnector out of it and change that. And I'm going to change the sights. Next to that, I'm probably not going to do anything. I will have to tell you that there's been better triggers in the world, that's for sure. That trigger's not good. As far as like if you're talking a crisp trigger, it's just not there. So I want to look into possibly getting a gunsmith to talk to me about that. Smooth backstrap, smooth front. This is the 2-tone model, which I really like the color of. Magazine does drop free. However, you know, the magazine disconnects, so the gun won't fire. But I have found this too. So if I bring the slide to the rear, it won't drop free. Okay. Now, I remember something about these magazines would not drop free, meaning on the high powers that you had to press the button and take the magazine out, which is a if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but if I remember right, that was a very European thing. So they wanted to retain their magazines, whereas Americans were more like, it's empty, no longer important to me, give me the magazine. I do see, you know, the same old thing, because I shoot with a high guard, or shoot high on the guard, so I do see where, you know, I haven't shot this yet, but I'm going to get some trigger bite, some hammer bite. I know I am. You know, simply by looking at that. There is another model that Girsan has that has taken that problem away, but feels good in the hand, very balanced, it's light. I don't know. I did take the take the slide off of the frame, and I looked at the barrel. It looks like they've reinforced the barrel lug, because that was one of the weak points about a VHP, that the barrel that lug would crack. So that looks like what they fixed that issue. But I do believe, as far as the design goes, this is a better design than the 1911. But that's the nature of the beast. You know, you build something and you improve upon it. Maybe John Brown thought, I can't improve upon the 1911 due to government, due to restraints on that, or due to I just can't do it. You know, maybe it's at its pinnacle after it reached the A1. You know, and what I mean by that is the design, not the materials that you make, not the cuts that we do today, not but the design itself. So, but I haven't shot this yet. We will be doing a video showing the accuracy on it as it is. Like I said, I'll be making some changes, but it won't be today, and it probably won't be next year. I got some other fingers in the fire, and this is way below the priority list for me. But always wanted one, even though it's not a real Belgium high power, but this one's mine. It's very clean, and I like clean guns. I've never liked the weird groove cuts and all that. I was never into it. The lightning cuts and all that, just not a fan of it. So this is on the list now for evaluation, and the AP5 is on the list for evaluation, which I haven't done nothing with it either. I have plans for that. That one's priority over this one, due to the fact I got it first. But I'm trying to give a lot of time on these and maybe take everybody along with me, and let's see what this thing will do and what it won't do. But that's it, y'all. Girsan Mc 35, and if you see one, take a look at it. If you're into, I guess these are now antiques. You could say that. I mean, 1911s are over 100 years old, and these are 35. So these are from out of 1935. So they got some age on them. If you're into old firearms, you might want to look into one of these, because I would have no quarrel. I wouldn't have any feeling whatsoever in carrying this for a concealed carry, except changing these stupid sights, these terrible sights, and getting rid of that magazine disconnector. Be back directly, y'all.